And there's no point in building a personal brand if there's nothing personal about it.
Welcome to another episode of Titles Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about a slightly different topic, a topic that broke the internet.
A topic I'm very excited to talk about because I could talk about Beyonce all day, every day.
Every day. You are a big fan of Beyonce.
I'm a very big fan. Yes, since I was a kid.
Since when? Oh, really?
Since Destiny's Child days, yes. I grew up, I'm a 90s kid. I'm a 90s baby. I grew up with Destiny's Child. I'm obsessed. And I'm waiting for a reunion.
Yeah. And I mean, what do you think it was so interesting about that campaign in particular, in that performance? What is so exciting about it?
Well, first of all, I wasn't actually a big fan of the Cowboy Carter album that she pushed out. Like, I'm not into country music that much. I think I listened to the whole album when it did come out, and I only liked one song, maybe two.
Okay.
I like Jolene, like the new
Jolene.
No, yeah, let's not get copyrighted.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I got too excited.
I like that song that she redid, and I liked another one called Tyrant.
Okay. I
really like them two songs, right? But the rest of the album, I was just kind of like, it's too country for me. It's not my vibe. Like, I'm from Manchester. I'm from England. Like, we don't have any connections to like the southern roots of America and you know, like Texas. Like,
okay, yeah.
We're from rainy England.
Why didn't you change the voice, Texas?
Because Texas. That's the.
Okay.
That's me trying to do a Texas accent.
Okay. That was.
I'm trying to sound like Beyonce.
Okay.
So, I can't remember what I was talking about.
You're talking about the campaign, you know, the campaign that we were talking about. Why it's so interesting?
But do you know what? I didn't actually like the album.
Yeah.
When it first came out, but after the actual performance, and the thing is, I think they say statistically you need to see something at least 7 times.
Okay.
For it to be completely sold to you. So you need to be seeing it.
Yeah, the touch points.
Constantly,
yeah.
And they say, I think a minimum of 7 times you need to be seeing something.
Well, you have increased like 13 now, but.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's nearly doubled.
Yeah. Because attention spans have reduced for people. So you have access to more information. So you need
believe that.
Brand awareness in different points more times. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we've been seeing from like the Grammys and award shows and after parties that Beyonce's been going to, she's been wearing the cowboy hats. Mm-hmm. She's been posting that on social media. She's really pushing the southern feel, the cowboyness and all that stuff. She even released her own whiskey brand.
Yeah, it was. That's quite strategic because it's like where attention goes, money flows. So it's utilized.
You know what she actually did, which was very clever. This is why I love Beyonce. Not only is she amazing and talented and beautiful and intelligent.
All right, okay.
She's my girl crush.
Okay.
But is that she and her team are very good at marketing.
Yeah.
And branding. It's very different to how Rihanna brands herself, which another lady that I love, but we'll talk about it another time. But with Beyonce, what I really love about this is that the first album, Act 1, which was the Renaissance album that she put out before Cowboy Carter, is featured. She's sat on a horse, right? And it's very club. It's very disco.
Yeah,
that's it. It's very disco theme. The horse is very disco theme, like you got disco ball and things like that. That kind of vibes. Mm-hmm. And the horse is a recurrent theme. She had that again on the Cowboy Carter album. You know, she talks about riding horses and all that stuff, which links very well with the southern heritage and her roots.
Do you think she?
And then she's got that on a whiskey, on a whiskey bottle, right on top.
So it's all connected.
And everyone calls it Renee.
Okay.
Renee, like, because horse is neigh.
Oh.
Renee. So the Beyonce fans have renamed that horse as Renee.
But this is one of the things. So she almost created brands that then people own that brand in the sense they feel like they belong to they're part of the community. So they, you know what I mean? They feel like they're part.
I mean, she pushed it so much and she did a really good job with it. Like you just saw all over her Instagram and stuff. It's like cowgirl stuff. And then she came out with the performance, which I didn't actually like the album until I saw the performance.
Oh yeah, she's a great performer.
And I was like, okay, she sold the album to me because of how she tied everything in together. You know, she had a daughter performing with her on stage. That was really cute, like a little family legacy kind of thing going on. And yeah, and she brought out some other artists that were also from the South, like Southern America. I don't want to say South America.
Yeah.
But like from the South.
Yeah, that makes
who
sense.
Featured on her album. Even Post Malone was there on the in the performance. So she promoted her collaboration with Levi Jeans as well. So that was really good. I think that's a really good marketing thing that she did.
Yeah.
And that's why I think she's really, her and her team are smashing it at the moment.
What do you think, if we have to, of course, Beyonce is great. Everyone knows about Beyonce. She has a absolutely great...
Whether you like her or hate her, because I feel like there's no in between. You either hate her or you love her.
Yeah, because she's that.
But everybody still knows who she is.
Everybody knows, but it almost feels like she's too big in a sense, because if you had to take like a practical, in terms of brand aspect and how clever she was of doing everything intentional in our brand to make sure people get it. They get the message, and it was very clear. What kind of practical things we could take from her example that people could implement in their own business through social media as well?
I think staying true to who you are is number one. For personal branding, especially because I think throughout this time, she's always been very proud of where she's come from. She's, Houston, Texas. You'd hear it, that recurrent theme anyway, in all of her previous albums as well. And she's, even when she speaks, when she used to do interviews, she spoke with a very Southern accent. She didn't get rid of that. And she's just staying true to her roots, her heritage. Nothing's fake about it because it's who she is.
Okay.
I think that would be the first one. What was the question?
What will be the second thing, the second practical advice that we could pass for like a small or medium-sized business, practical things that they can implement to their business as well. So you mentioned about being true, and I totally agree. I think there is no point in trying to fake it because people can smell it.
Yes.
In a sense, people can see when you're being fake.
And there's no point in building a personal brand if there's nothing personal about it.
Yes,
you need to have your own, which leads to my next point, is a niche.
Yeah.
I think having for a personal brand in particular, or a brand in general, like a company, trying to sell their brand online and explain to people what they do, why they do it, their mission, their vision, their values. Three niche topics at least.
Okay.
You need to focus on 3 niche topics.
Okay.
So whether that's like you need to create an emotional connection, and then you need to also show who you are. And there's so many things that tie in as well. Like talk about your personal stories.
Yeah. I think story is a big point because it feels
everything's about storytelling.
Yeah, everything, because as you're describing the campaign that she did and the performance in the video, now the brand connects. All the elements that she created in that brand, I think is so powerful because it's storytelling, through the visuals, through the fact that she had a horse there, through the fact that, the way she dresses, the way she brought.
It's consistent branding.
It's consistent branding. And I think is understanding now. If you had to kind of say advice, a kind of a practical thing that people could do to implement their story, connect their story with the brand, what would you say? I know it's a quite tricky question because
I'm trying to dissect the question.
Yeah. Because I feel like your brand, you don't have a brand. That's just my opinion. I'm not even a brand specialist, but I feel like you don't have a brand if you don't have a story behind that brand.
And the thing is, everybody has a story, so everyone is brandable.
Yeah.
So you just need to find what your story is, whether that's a tough thing you went through, or the goals you're trying to achieve, or what the advice you're trying to give out. There needs to be some sort of recurrent theme that goes on and ties everything in together, because a brand is all about consistency.
Yeah.
Whether that's a company or your personal brand, it's all about consistency.
Yeah, and I've been talking about that as well, but I feel like it is about consistency, but it's about intentionality as well, because I think
that's our word of 2025.
Yeah.
That we've
been intentional. Yeah.
We keep talking about being intentional.
Yeah.
And not just doing things for the sake of doing it, but doing things for the sake of these little steps will create us. Not even create us, but these little steps will lead us towards the bigger picture.
Yeah.
If we're intentional about what we do now, it will you know, help us with the end goal.
Yeah, with the end
And
goal.
that's the same with branding. It's the same with marketing yourself.
Yeah, amazing. So if you have any questions about the campaign that Beyonce did, and if you have any comments, any different opinions, just write in the comments and let us know. We'll love to hear from you guys as well. Okay, see you in the next episode.